So we're back live at MAVO 2018 with Johnny Heller. How you doing, Johnny?
Very well. Thanks for having me on your shindig here.
Thank you for appearing. We're so glad to have you. So tell me, what brings you to a conference like MAVO?
Well, I'll tell you what. I got contacted by Val Kelly, who runs this. Gosh, I can't remember, earlier in the year to see if I do this, and I do my own workshops, the Johnny Heller Splendiferous Workshop and the New England Narrator Retreat, and I've done a lot of stuff. And she wanted, I guess, somebody to come out and talk about audiobooks, the genre for which I'm best known. Mm-hmm. And I welcome the opportunity, and I love doing stuff. It's fun to go share what you know, and meet new people, and give them open the doors. There's so many people who want to do what we do in the voiceover world, and some actually should do it, and some actually shouldn't. But it's not for me to pick the wheat from the chaff, but to tell them what it's all about, and then let them take steps forward. So it's a wonderful experience, and I enjoy hotels.
And I love the way you do it. I sat through your session at VO Atlanta last time, and I still use a quote I heard you say in that session about reading ahead. Somebody asked the question, do you read the book ahead? And you said, the last person who should be surprised by the ending of the book is you. I just love that quote.
Well, there's real true stories about people who I know, I'm not going to name names, who have done books and found at the end that the character that they voiced with whatever accent they gave them was not the accent the author intended, and the author didn't reveal to the end.
I did that actually. One of my first audiobooks, I made that mistake before I trained with our friend Sean Pratt.
Good, yeah.
It was a book about space aliens. So none of the character names were English. They were all almost like Klingon.
Yeah.
So I get to this general, and I selfishly assume it's
your
a man.
guy, yeah.
So I do the whole book, and then I get to chapter 9 of 10, and I see the general walks in with her troops, and I said,
"Oh no! Yes, it ruins everything, and you simply have to redo it."
I did, yeah.
It's a ton more work, only because you didn't read ahead. There are other books. I did a book, Democracy's Right and Democracy's Might. There's 3 books. I've done 2 so far, and I'll tell you what. I started reading through, and they kept having these wonderful characters. These space characters, like a Star Wars kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So you get these generals and pilots and stuff, and it begins with all the stuff about them, a huge backstory, and then they get blown up by 3 pages in. Every single one. So I've got all these character voices. So I said, screw it. After I realized they're all getting killed, I started doing any impersonation I felt like. You can have fun with it. But I had to read ahead to make sure that's man, woman, or if they're a space alien, then who cares what they sound like?
Of course.
But if they tell you that the guy's Irish, you can't be doing Scots.
Right.
It's just and you have to read the book to know that. It's the same as knowing the punchline to a joke. Mm-hmm. A joke with no punchline is no joke. So
Indeed.
That's all. Yeah.
So you've had your session today. How did that go? What impressed you about the session?
Besides my personal self, I actually know I was really pleased that they had to bring in like 30 more chairs. I don't think they knew that people really excited about audiobooks. It's I think audiobooks and video games are the 2 biggest, fastest growth industries right now in the voiceover industry. So being a part of that, and people were really, really keen to know things. And that's always, if you know a thing and someone wants to know what you know, it's kind of exciting. It's like, oh my God, someone's interested in my, knowledge of cabinet making. So you share that. So they wanted to know about.
They love me. They really love me.
They like me. I'm not a worthless guy. So that was kind of nice. It was nice to see all the people who were interested, and they were absolutely interested. Lots of questions, lots of. You can just tell. It was really neat. It was really a good experience.
That's awesome. Yeah. And how about the rest of the day or tomorrow? What are you looking forward to?
Right now, I'm looking forward to dinner.
Me too.
And then tonight I've got a 8:30 till 10 is a workshop on self-direction, which is super important now because as the industry grows from audiobooks, there aren't directors working with people all the time anymore. You're doing it by yourself. You need to know. You need to make some choices, and you need to be informed choices. We're going to talk about that. And then tomorrow afternoon, what am I on about? I think I've already forgotten, but it's something.
It'll be great. It'll be splendiferous.
It'll be fun. It'll be swell. Yeah, I'm sure I'll figure it out before the morning. Yeah, awesome. But it's not till afternoon anyway.
So it should be fine.
Yeah.
Well, Johnny, thanks so much for coming on with us today, and enjoy the rest of the conference.
Pleasure, my friend. Thanks for having me. All right.